विशाखान्वितांश्च ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै ददालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय राधिकायै प्रियात्मने श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त नारायण तिनामिने श्री गुरुभ्यो परम गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपादाय नमः। गौड़ीय वैष्णव गुरु परंपरा की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम और भगवद गीता की जय। दामोदर अष्टकम की जय। कार्तिक व्रत की जय। श्री श्री ऊर्जा व्रत की जय। श्री श्री ऊर्जेश्वरी श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय। So we finished yesterday verse 6. I will also open this another window. We should open that. Okay, I wanted to open the Damodar Ashtakam itself, but I think this is taking time. So no problem. So yesterday we were discussing this verse 6. We finished verse 6. Basically, most important words we try to understand. There was the Nama Sankirtanam. 6 names of Vishnu is there in the verse 6. So here the Nama Sankirtana is glorified, that we have to do Nama Sankirtana. Which are the 6 names? Deva, Damodara, Ananta, Vishnu. 4 names in the first line. Prabho in the second line. In the fourth line, Esha. Grahana, Esha. The 2 words have been combined here, but Isha is there here. So 6 names of Bhagwan is there. And then in each line, he is doing what is the bhakti? What is the bhakti the Satyavrata Muni is offering? His first line is offering Namo. Namo is Sharanagati, Ahankara. He's saying that without Ahankara, I am worshipping you. So that is the entrance criteria. Like you have to, one has to leave your chapel and all, no? While entering a temple like that. You have to leave our Ahankara. That is the dress. You know, that outer covering we wear, and then that we have to leave. That's why Nama. Nama is a leaving. Is casting aside his Ahankaram. That is why the word Namo is used very frequently in Veda. So Namo. Second, Prasida is asking, please. He's asking the Lord to be, he's to be pleased with me. You know, Vasudeva Prabhu is coming. To be pleased with me. And then what is the sadhana is doing that? See, sadhana also is thinking in the mind. Proper thinking is also sadhana. Like here, the poet is thinking, I am dukkha jalabdi magna. My state is very bad. I am consumed in the miseries of the ocean of misery. That is also pleasing to the Lord. That is a sadhana. We have to tell our condition in front of the deity. And then in second line also, in third line, something, okay. In third line also, Deenam Batano, he's feeling Deenam. Deenam means humility. He's feeling Deenam Bata. Bata means high. So these are the sadhana he's doing. And in the fourth one, he's saying Agnam, I don't have any knowledge. You know, in front of the Lord, we have to express like this. That is a sadhana itself. And because of that, so there are, each line is doing some sadhana, bhakti sadhana. Namo, Jalabdi, Dukkha Jalabdi, Magnam. Magnam, Deenam, Agnam. See, very nice to remember. Magnam, Deenam, Agnam. Magnam means I'm consumed in material affairs, because of which I'm completely immersed in the misery. Magnam. Deenam. I'm very low class. I'm very lowest. I'm insignificant. Agnam. I don't have any knowledge. So these 3 will attract the mercy of the Lord, because the negative, this is called the negative feeling. The negative attracts the positive. Bhakti Rakshide Goswami Maharaj said, if you feel positive in front of the deity, that no, I'm very happy in my life. I don't have any problems. And I'm great. I'm doing well. And then I'm full of knowledge, my Lord. Like that. That is the positive feeling, you know. then the prasida will not happen. So like that, this I don't know. This verse is so much is there in this verse. So yesterday we discussed all these points that his ambition is a request to Akshidrishya to appear before the eyes. Akshidrishya is the goal. Prayojana Tattva is called the Prayojana Tattva. Darshan of the Lord is the Prayojana Tattva. Darshan of the Lord is the Prayojana Tattva. So Akshidrishya is a Prayojana Tattva. What is this? One person comes, one person is going. Some problem. Vasudev Prabhu now is some problem. Okay. So this we saw, right? So this verse, and then why Ananta Vishnu? Ananta, see, you can tie something which has an end, right? And which is localized. You can tie something which has an end and which is localized. The Lord is Ananta, it doesn't have end. The Lord is not localized, he is everywhere. Such a person, he becomes Damodara, he becomes tied because of his nature of Bhaktavatsala, Bhaktavashyata. So that is a contrast here it is bringing, that Deva, Damodara, Ananta Vishnu is together. It's very powerful. It's a contrast, it's very poetic, it's very deep. You know, and then there is also, we saw why the word Prabhu is being used and why the word Isha is being used. 6 namas of God is being used here. And various sadhanas are also applied, right? As I said, Namo, Magnam, Deenam, and Agnam. Then every line is asking a Lord to do something also. Prasida, please become pleased with me. Please, the third line is asking, please give your a glance, Kripa Drishti. Please give your merciful glance. And third line also is asking, appear before me. That is the last one. You cannot ask this directly. You have to pray, you have to express humility, you have to know everything. And then you have to ask this prayojanam. This is the final achievement, right? Of bhakti is the Lord appears before your eyes. Please be visible. Edakshi Drisham, become visible to my eyes. So like that, such a deep verse. You know, we have to relish this. Very beautiful. And then 7th is continuity. Please analyze the continuity of the thought of the poet. Continuity of the thought. Now he is asking, Kuver Atmajo Baddha Murthaiva Yadvat. So now the Damodara Leela is in 3 phases. This is the last phase of the Damodara. First phase of the Leela is, breaking the pot and feeding the monkeys. And then all the second phase of the Leela is getting down from the Urluka and running. Third phase of the Leela is binding, getting binding. Fourth phase of the Leela is the bound Lord liberating the trees. That is Nala Kovera, Kovera Atmaja, the children of Kovera, liberating them. That is the last phase. This is the last phase of the Damodara Leela. So that is also is recovered, because this is also, so each phase of the Leela, there is a lot of philosophy behind, and there is a lot of learning. There's a lot of blessing to us. So it's not that entire Leela, every incident of the Lord, we have to analyze. And there is a lot of mercy for us, sadhakas. See, it will cater to the sadhakas, it will cater to the siddhas, it will cater to the rasikas also simultaneously. That is the power of the Lord. Each step of the Leela, actually. See, the breastfeeding, and then when the breastfeeding, when forcibly Mother Yashoda stopped the breastfeeding. So there is a lot of philosophy, right? That why she went to save the milk, and what is milk is also living being. Like that, so much philosophy is like that. This liberating the Kuvera sons also, there is a lot of philosophy, and then that is used in our prayers. It can be used. So that is where we should Gurutva is there. Gurutva means heavy. Every Leela, every activity of the Lord is not ordinary. He's the supreme being. No? So beautifully, there's a lot of meaning, beauty, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, and Satchidananda. All are there. Chit means knowledge is there. Gurudev said, just hear Harikatha, you'll get all the knowledge. Harikatha, even the Leelas of Radha Krishna, even the Mahabharata Katha, any Katha, it's a lot of philosophy, it's a lot of everything in that. Every action of the Lord. So like that, the bhaktas can analyze. And then the Lord blesses, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. He says, I give the Buddhi Yoga by which you can also understand. When you make an attempt to relish the Leela, instead of relishing some ordinary katha of the world, if try to relish the Leela of the Lord, then a lot of beautifully insights will flow through in our heart. Of course, if you're doing the seva, like bhakti, like nama is a seva. Chanting nama, if we are doing, then all the leelas will be revealed in our heart. And all the philosophy, step by step, every year you do Kartik, it will be revealed. So many things about this, right? This, thanks to all of you. This Kartik, so many where I'm able to relish also. Because of all of you, we're reading this and so many deeper insights. So verse 7, huh? Kuvera Atmajav. So this is the Leela of liberating them. So let's read the Digdarshini Tika. As I said yesterday, Digdarshini means giving the direction. So 10 times each line, if you sing, there is a lot of deeper meanings will come because there are 10 directions and 10, at least minimum 10 paradigms you can analyze each paragraph of the Damodarashtakam. 10 views. You can take Sambandha Abhideya. I gave example. Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana or Ado Shraddha Sadhu Sadhu Sangha. You can wear various hats, you know, and then analyze 10 different hats and can get the meaning of this, you know, like a looking glass. You can use a different looking glass. So in the previous verse, Sri Satyavrat Muni prayed with great eagerness for direct darshan of Sri Bhagwan because he was overcome by a special kind of prema. So at Prema Vishesha, the Akshi Drishya, he directly asked the direct darshana. Is very rare a poet will ask that, but he asked because he was overtaken by the Prema Vishesha. Maybe the mercy. He's remembered the next phase of the Leela of liberating the Kuvera's children, and he became overtaken by the amazing mercy of the Lord on the trees who were in the tree form. And then, you know, he was overtaken by the prema for his own Lord, that how merciful he is. However, the extraordinary longing in these prayers, a form of prema bhakti instantly awakened, indicating the sprout of prema or the stage of bhava bhakti, causing him to realize that such direct darshan is only rarely accomplished. Therefore, I'm determined that prema bhakti is certainly the only means and darshan I now praise for prema bhakti. He does nama sankirtana, and because of nama sankirtana, his hope will increase. And he says, give me your darshana. And then he suddenly realized, my God, this is Chandrasekhar Prabhu, ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು ಲೈನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮುಟ್ಬೇಡಿ. So cause him to realize that only means to attain the darshan. Now, so he suddenly this prema bhakti, oh no, the darshana, because darshana can happen only by prema bhakti, because prema bhakti is there in the heart, Krishna Akarshan. You know, bhakti is of 3 levels: sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti. Prema bhakti is the zenith. Prema, Krishna prema prayojana, that is the goal of all bhakti. And there are symptoms of prema. One of the symptoms is Sandrananda Visheshatma Krishna Akarshini. It will attract, the devotee will not go to Bhagavan. When prema bhakti is there, the Bhagavan will come to the devotee to relish that prema. Prema is Krishna Akarshini. So like that. So now he prays for the prema. Alternatively, sage fears that his mind will not be satiated after having Sri Bhagavan's darshana only once. Same time, it dreads the agony of separation from Bhagavan, not be able to see him the very next moment. It therefore prays to attain prema bhakti, ascertain that prema bhakti is the sole means of capturing the Lord. See, it's continuing. Akshidrushya. The last 2 words of the previous para, 6th para, is Akshidrushya. Please give me darshana. Then suddenly realize you need prema bhakti further. That's why now he's praying prema bhakti. But he feels unqualified for prema bhakti. But still he gets the hope that the Nalakuvera and Manigriva got the mercy even without any qualification. They were standing there as a tree, and you gave them prema bhakti. You didn't give them only moksha. You know, because they were just standing there. They could have given only moksha. Like the crocodile in Gajendra, it went back to the Gandharva Loka. The crocodile in the Gajendra Moksha went back to the Gandharva Loka, King Huhu. But here they didn't go back to Kubera Loka or Swarga Loka. They got Prema Bhakti. It's very high. Because Damodara is a merciful Lord. So that is the beauty here. You know, despite this conclusion, he still felt apprehensive. Even Prema Bhakti is very high. How can I immediately get Prema? How can such a severe offender like me? Because he said, Deenam, Agyam, I am in the Dukkha Jalabdi Magnam. I'm such a low class. I said, Magnam, Deenam Agnam. I'm a low quality. How can such a severe offender like me attain the most rare treasure of Prema Bhakti? However, is comforted when he remembers Shri Bhagwan's glorious quality of Bhakta Vatsalya. One is Bhakta Vatsalya and Mother Yashoda. Another Bhakta Vatsalya, more important for us sadhakas, is the Bhakta Vatsalya shown to the Kuvera's children, Nalakor and Manigriva. Because they were standing there. Suddenly, the Lord's eyes fell on the trees and he remembered, hey, my God, these are blessed by my devotee Naradji. Let me liberate them. They've already done their, they already, what do you call? They already grieved for their offenses. Repenting. They already repented. So, by which Shri Bhagavan makes the impossible possible. Can you tell one kirtan where this impossible possible come? In Krishna Deva Bhavantam Mande. Bhakti Rudanchadi Yadyapi Madhava Natvai Mama Tila Matri. He says, Bhakti, I don't have an even till, means till, ellu. Even one till this much bhakti I don't have in my heart. Still, Parameshwarata Tadabi Tavadi Durgatana Gatana Vidatri. Because you make impossible possible, still I hope. Rupa Goswami is praying in the Krishna Deva Bhavantam Mande. The same thing is told here. Yadyapi Samadhi, he says, even Lord Brahma finds it tough to even get darshan of the one ray from your toenail. Yadyapi Samadhishu, Vidirapi Pashyati Natve, Natve Nakagra Marichim, Naka Agra Marichim, Nakada Agra Andre, Nakada Tudinda on Marichi, Andre ray of light. Adu Brahma Devargu Kashtante. Yadyapi Samadhi Ledu Kuda. Yadyapi Samadhishu Vidhi Andre Brahma Devru. Yadyapi Samadhishu Vidirapi Pashyati Natve Nakag. Still, idamichami samyatava chadavi krupatbhuta vichim. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ದರ್ಶನ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ ಕೃಪಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ಭುತ ವೀಚಿಮ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಕೆಲವು ಸರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಆನ್ ಮೀ ಕೃಪಾ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕನಕ. ಯದ್ಯಪಿ ಸಮಾಧಿಷು ವಿಧಿರಪಿ ಪಶ್ಯತಿ ನಾತ್ವೈ ನಕಾಗ್ರ ಮರೀಚಿಮ್ ಇದಮಿಚ್ಛಾಮಿನಿ. ಆದ್ರೂ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ರೇ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ನಖಾಗ್ರದಿಂದ ಕಾಣಿಸದೇ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇದಮಿಚ್ಛಾಮಿನಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಇದಮಿಚ್ಛಾಮಿನಿ ಶಮ್ಯತ ವಾಚ್ಯುತ ತದಪಿ ಕೃಪಾದ್ಭುತ ವೀಚಿಮ್. Your adbhuta kripa is there. So we all have to feel hope. We should not never feel hopeless in bhakti. We have to just relish the journey. You can relish and wait for the kripa. It's okay. The Lord is protecting, maintaining. Let's not worry anything in this journey of the world. We can take multiple lifetimes also, no problem, because we are not aspiring moksha or something. We can get more and more association of devotees and we go on doing the Navada Bhakti of the Lord. And the Lord is nectar. He is present with his sound and he is present within his sound. So we can serve the nectar. We can serve the nectar by the tongue, by always taking his names. And one can be humble always. Magnam, Agnam, Deenam. These are all the things. And then we can, so as long as humility is there, we'll always be protected in the path of bhakti. We'll not go away. We'll not lose the taste. Whenever there is no taste in bhakti, there is ahankara is increased. And because of ahankara, there is some offense. There is some bad thinking towards some devotee or any living being. Then only the bhakti will reduce, or you will feel some, lack of taste. So immediately when I realized that, I have to apply Trinadapi Sunichana. Become the lowest. Let me become the lowest. Let me think like that. Everything is superior. Then you'll get back the connection. The yoga. Yoga is the connection. Only offense can cut bhakti, nothing else. Only a Duryodhana mindset can cut bhakti. Duryodhana mindset. Now we should have the Yudhishthira mindset. So with the words, Baddha Murtaiva, the sage says, despite exhibiting the exceptional characteristics of allowing Sri Yashoda Gopi to binding you to a grinding mortar with rope in a divine form, Sri Vigraha Sri Damodara. In other words, even in this exceptional form which you are yourself bound, you delivered the two sons of. See the contrast. Baddha Murti, Kuvera Atmajau Baddha Murti. He is a Baddha Murti. What is the name of the Lord? See, in this line also there is a name of the Lord. Kuvera Atmajau Baddha Murtaiva Yaddu. Baddha Murti. Damodara. Another name of Damodara is Baddha Murti. We can call him Baddha Murti. Baddha Murti, Bhakti Baddham. The Baddha Murti is Bhakti Baddham. So beautiful, no? And one who is Baddha, one who is bound, one who is bound, unbound the people who are other people who are. So that means he is not really bound. One who is bound is unbounding. See, if you are tied, can you open the knot of another person in this world? If I am tied myself with some so many ropes, Yashoda is tying very tightly. If I'm tied, can I untie somebody else? Not possible. Your ಕೈ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ ಕೈ ಕಟ್ಟಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರದ್ದು ಗಂಟು ತೆಗಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವನ್ ಕಟ್ಟಾಕಿದ್ರು ಭಗವಂತ ಕೋಯರಾತ್ಮಜೋ ಬದ್ಧ ಮೂರ್ತಿ. Baddha Murtaiva. See, focus on this word. He's a Baddha Murti. But he, Koiratmajo Baddha Murti, Mochitao. Mochitao means unbound. So, we have to worship the bound Lord for us also to become unbound, because I am tied to my body, material body. So that is where Mukunda, he can give liberation as a byproduct. But he didn't give only, he didn't unbound him, but they gave them Prema Bhakti, highest attachment. Not only unbound them, but gave them the highest attachment. So that proves that the Narayana form in Gajendra Leela, the mercy there is lower than the mercy of Damodara. Damodara's mercy is very, very high. That's why we sing this in Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is also avatar of mercy, Kripa. So among all Sampradaya, Vaishnava Sampradaya, nobody sings this in Kartika, but we sing Gaudiya Sampradaya, Damodara Ashtaka. Damodara's mercy is incomparable. Lord Damodara. So always remember the bound Lord. Mother is binding the bound Lord to the mortar. That small Balagopala is very, very merciful. You know, you delivered the two sons of Kuberan from their bondage, even though you are Buddha Baddha Murti yourself. This is very important. See, everywhere the contrast is bringing the poet. The previous paragraph we saw Damodara, Ananta, Vishnu combination. Illen nodta ideve Baddha Murti is Mochitau. Baddha Murti and Mochitau is opposite. How can somebody unbound somebody else? So the statement reveals the incomparable fortune of the twin Arjuna trees. Incidentally, Arjuna trees are very good for the heart in Ayurveda. So directly or indirectly, all of us who are hearing this Ashtaka will also get the good heart. Good heart. In a physical level, the mercy of the physical level is health of the heart. Arjuna medicine. Arjuna is a big medicine. Arjuna Rishta is there, and then Arjuna tablets are also there. It's very good for the heart muscle. Everybody should take. It's a good herb. Heart muscle ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು Arjuna capsules. Because heart muscle ಗೆ blood supply ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, heart attack ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So we can, I'm not saying we can live forever, but however, whatever is Ayush, at least we should live so much, and then by taking care nicely, we can. Of course, your Ayush is less, we can, even with all the health, we can pass away. But these are all there. The Lord Dhanvantri himself has revealed the Arjuna as a good for the heart. Arjuna. And then it also has an amazing benefit. Like Tulasi, there are 12 ancient herbs in Ayurveda. All those are very good for the health. Like Amla. Amla is a nurse. Now we have to worship Amla. Amla tree we should worship on the, now in the Bhishma Panchaka, right? On this Tulasi. Tulsi, Amla represents Vishnu. Tulsi Devi, Tulsi Vivaha is done by the representation, the Amla tree. Amla tree is Vishnu. So that's why the Amla is very good for health, no? Some hundreds of diseases it will take care. If somebody eats little Amla every day, it's like a nurse. It will nurse the body. Hormones, lungs, everything it will nurse. Amla. Such a great berry. Like Arjuna also, very good plant. Tulsi. So this statement reveals the incomparable fortune of twin Arjuna trees were able to see and touch Sri Krishna personally while he enacted his supremely enchanting pastime. So don't think that Damodarashtaka is simply only spiritual thing. It has so many, see, anything spiritual has a positive effect on the physical plane. We have to appreciate that, then we'll get the benefit. As I said, a lot of emotions and the negative plane will be taken care. In the first two paragraphs we saw, Atanka, anxiety, crying. If you meditate on the anxiety of the Lord, your anxiety will come down. He will solve. If you meditate on the crying of the Lord, you'll never cry in the material world, facing this materialistic people. Rudantam. Huh? Like that. And then there are Muhushwasa Kampa. That is all. COVID is all about that Muhushwasa Kampa. So all of you have done last Karthik nicely, the singing Damodarashtakam. So no, all of you were saved from the COVID. See, there is a protection, you know. I'm saying it's like in trigonometry, we say component, you know, the vector component, sin theta, cos theta components. So anything bhakti has an impact on the all planes, different planes of existence, mental plane, emotional plane, intellectual plane, physical plane. There is components, tan theta component, sin theta, cos theta components. I think Krishna has spoken, appreciate this particular analogy. So like that, there is a heart impact also here, Arjuna. So meditate on the Yamalarjuna trees. Shri Krishna had pulled the grinding mortar. So ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವೀಗ ಕುಬೇರಾತ್ಮಜೋ ಬದ್ಧಮೂರ್ತಿ, that word ಬದ್ಧಮೂರ್ತಿ, the significance of the word ಬದ್ಧಮೂರ್ತಿ, the first line we are in, ಕುಬೇರಾತ್ಮಜೋ ಬದ್ಧಮೂರ್ತಿ. Please focus on ಬದ್ಧಮೂರ್ತಿ, okay? The Lord is another name is ಬದ್ಧಮೂರ್ತಿ. Though he is bound, he is unbinding the mochitao. Shri Krishna had pulled the grinding mortar behind him. So how did he pulled that mortar along with him? He carried that burden and crawled between the two trees. Although he was himself, instead of being bound, he liberated the two sons of Kuvera, Malakuvara and Manigriva. Nalakuvara and Mani. But he did not just free from Sri Narada's curse. And see, then I did. See, he didn't like the hoo-hoo, the crocodile. He just got back to Gandharva. But here, additional mercy. Prema Bhakti directly. He also gave both of them Prema Bhakti for him. Because maybe Narad Goswami's power also. There, the king who was cursed by Devala Rishi. But here is Narad Rishi. Narad Rishi was more compassionate when he gave the curse. So the curse of a superior person always comes hidden with the great blessing. Similarly, the disappointment or the while you are doing bhakti, while already you are in the bhakti path, some misery comes. It comes along with some hidden gift by the Lord, like for the Pandavas, and we also face so many miseries. But when we are patient, we can receive that gift packed inside the misery. Like the curse of Narada, inside it had packed this Prema Bhakti for them. Otherwise, they would have taken so many lifetimes, but they achieved it very quick. See how the power of the so the tough situations are inside. The covering is tough, but inside there is nectar. We have to be patient. The Lord will test the patience, and then he will deliver the inside message when we face it very nicely without complaining. Otherwise, we may lose the gift, you know. So if someone is addressed by the phrase Bhaktim Bhajataha, Sarisima Bhakti is understood. Bhajata means they became recipients. Kuveratmajo Baddha Murte Tvaya Mochito Bhakti Bhajau Krutavita. Bhakti Bhajau, they became recipients. Bhajau and the recipients. It is understood that they have taken irrevocable shelter of Bhakti as ultimate goal, and they'll never neglect Bhakti in any way. Therefore, when the sage says Bhakti Bhajau Krutavita, you made both of them dedicated to Bhakti. This clearly indicates Bhakti granted them Prema Bhakti. So what is the final dedication? That will never leave Bhakti. Only after attaining Prema, we can say that I will never fall down in the process of Bhakti. So you made them Bhakti Bhajau Krutavcha. You made them commit to Bhakti because Tata Prema Bhakti. You gave them Prema Bhakti. Such kind of Prema Bhakti. That I also want, he's saying. In this regard, a statement found in Srimad Bhagavatam spoken to Nalagamani Sri Bhagavan himself is evidence of it. What is that? Sanjatamai bhavo. Vamipsita paramo bhava. The prema for me that you both greatly desired is now fully arisen within your hearts. Because this prema will never again become trapped in material existence. So prema bhakti means we'll never come back to material energy. Sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, we may come back. Prema bhakti means we'll be delivered. So Shantan Goswami explains this verse as follows. Bhagavan is saying, oh Nalakur Manigriva, the prema, parama bhava for me that the two of you desired, ipshitaha, has now fully arisen, sanjato in you. Therefore, you no longer have to suffer the pain of repeated birth and death in material existence. Abhavaha. Abhavaha. Sorry, bhava. Bhava andre material world, material existence. Abhavaha means you'll never. Paramo abhavaha. You'll never come back. Satyamuni prays. So we should read this 10.1042. Let me go. Satyamuni prays, O Damodara, just as you granted prema bhakti to the sons of. So now in the third line, Tata prema bhaktim. Tata means just like you gave to Kuvera Maligrav, please also give me like that. Please, give your merciful glance and liberate me and give me prema bhakti. Without any cause, without any cause. Similarly, please profusely bestow upon me prema bhakti for you, which is characterized by taking absolute shelter of lotus feet. Or please grant me prema bhakti for your beautiful form, a small child who's been. Tata prema bhaktim swakame prayacha. Now, again, he's saying, Na moksha, I don't want any. Moksha, I don't want. Sri Krishna may ask, why are you insisting on prema bhakti to the exclusion of everything else? Why will you not accept moksha again as well, just as two sons of Kuvera did? Otherwise, you have to repeatedly suffer miseries like birth and death within material existence. Replying to this, Satyavati Muni explains, I only insist on attaining prema bhakti. I do not want to accept moksha. It's a very, because moksha is a subset of prema bhakti, it is taken for granted. So we aspire the highest, not separately asking everything. Like if you ask, a mother is feeding you lunch, you'll ask mother, will you give me curd rice? Will you give me some pickle, whatever, The whole lunch means everything is a package. It will come. You don't need to ask, distinctly. The meaning of Satyamurti Muni's words is, if my repeated birth and death within material existence is destroyed by prema, then let it be destroyed. That is the nature of prema bhakti. When you 99%, 100% cases, it will, even if you come back to this world with prema bhakti, is glorious only. Because you will not be touched by material energy, no? All the Prabhupada and all these acharyas come with prema bhakti. They are not touched by the material world. They are relishing the Nikunjayu Ratikeli Siddhyai. One mind is always in the Leela and relishing the rasa. Shri Radhakar, Shri Radhiko Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namnam Pratikshana Swada Nanolupasya Vandoy Guru Shri Charanar. We already seen samsara prayers. So okay, I think time will. So today we focused on the 7th paragraph, which is Kuvera Baddhamurti. We focused on the word Baddhamurti. Then we says Tvaya Mochito. Even though you are bound, you are unbinding them. And then you gave them prema bhakti, such extreme mercy that you not only liberated from Narada's curse and sent them back to Kuvera's Swargaloka or something. No, you gave them prema bhakti. So that shows your mercy. So please, and then you made them recipients. Bhajav means you made them recipients of that bhakti, prema bhakti. Like that, you also make me. And then again, he's rejecting moksha because moksha is already a package inside prema bhakti. No need to ask separately. The highest you ask, that's all. Everything else is included. It's a superset. Prema bhakti is a zenith of attainment. Right? Tata prema bhaktim swakame. Swaka means make me your own person, like swagosham. Swakame prayacha. Please profusely bestow this prema bhakti and make me your own person. Namoksha grahame stidamo. So this moksha is rejecting. Moksha should not be asked. I think that is not very pleasing to the Lord. Parama kaitava. Bharati Maharaj also said in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Never ask for moksha. Ask always for prema bhakti. This is a very important lesson. Namoksha, again he's repeating. Even though verse 4 and 5, he's rejected moksha that I don't want. Again, verse 7, he's telling Namoksha. This is very important. Okay. So we still have some commentary left. We'll continue tomorrow. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhya Vaishnavebhya Namo Namah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dandavata.
Dandava, thank you, Prabhu.